You're in college at the University of Michigan. You're a double women's study and psych major, rocking some sweet 90s fashion. I've seen the Polaroids. How do you go from that to designing in New York?
When I, was doing my thesis work in women's studies and psychology, all of what I was talking about was ideas around fashion theory and the way that, clothing, kind of the transformative and empowering act that the dress can be. So I think the shift to fashion felt very natural for me. I personally touch every garment. I used to fit all of the clothes on myself, not because I make everything for myself, but because it's so important to me to understand how clothes feel.
What is it that you get from travel?
So I think it's so important to try and look at things in a different way, and I think travel is just such a wonderful way to do that. There's some pictures here with some of the knitters that we work with, and a lot of these knitters actually, we try and work with people, with women in a way that they're able to actually bring their children to work around their kind of domestic obligations. In as much as I have such a tradition, a respect for their tradition and their kind of heritage and their craft, I also, it needs to feel like our language. I think we've pushed the boundaries of their craft, and they've, their creativity inspires us, and we have this wonderful dialogue.
Can you talk a little bit about this, I guess, slow fashion?
I do think that clothes that are handmade carry an emotional weight beyond the time that they're being made. And, I think a lot about this idea of creating sort of, modern heirlooms. Our mantra has been grow less in a way, and grow in a way that we can still make the kind of product that we love. Nordstrom has a wonderful reputation for customer service, for being very connected to their customer and accessible, and that's very important to me as well.
For spring 2019, it marks your first foray into beauty, and you did a collaboration with Bobbi Brown that Nordstrom is exclusive retail partner for.
It was really fun to do something that was in our signature palette, and to really bring, our line is so print driven, so even the compact has fabric on it. The pouch itself has several different prints that we've worked in the collection, so it just feels like a very close connection to the ready to wear. So this is one of my very favorite pieces from the collection. This is the one I actually wore to the show. We work a lot with this kind of wiring technique to create this beautiful sculptural volume around the shoulder. She's also carrying the canvas bag. It's very exciting that Nordstrom has started to carry the accessories as well. This is cotton organza, which is one of my favorite fabrics to work with because it's cotton and also has this beautiful, you can create beautiful volume with it. It also has a pigment print. We work a lot with the idea of corsetry as well. So this has this, really fine tailoring. She's wearing our Alice jean, which is one of our signature silhouettes, and it's such a cool fit, and again something that works on taller girls, shorter girls. You can wear it with sandals, you can wear it with heels, and the shirt that she's wearing is in that same organza. So this is one of our signature silhouettes. Again, here we're working with the tiled cotton silk batik. This is the one that I think people keep coming back to, because again, it's that dress you can wear in the morning when you take your kids to school and you still feel beautiful, and you can wear it, to work. I think that this is a great example of my joy for color. I love this shape because it's, it's flowing, it's so comfortable and still so beautiful in the sleeve. I think this also works on so many different types of women, and then there's just this joy. You see a woman wearing a hot pink dress. She's also carrying one of our hand beaded bags. This is one of our runway pieces. This is a new sleeve shape for us, which I love, that has, the interesting double volumes and soft ruffles. It moves beautifully. You can tie it in the back or the front. It's sexy but still sophisticated, and I think the fabric tells an incredible story. It's actually 60 different colors of lurex all woven together to get this shimmering effect. I'm in love with that color. And this shape also is such an easy shape. It actually has elastic built in the back. I care very much about, again, comfort. So even though it has this very beautiful tailored look, it feels amazing. She's also carrying one of our new bag shapes, which is in this beautiful Spanish leather. This was one of our key prints for the season. She also is carrying a macrame bag. These are made in India entirely by hand. I love this silhouette. This material is like my one concession to using man-made fibers because it has this incredible flow to it. You know, it just looks beautiful when it moves. I think it makes women feel very beautiful. It's so like it holds this pleating and the shape. Like this, you could honestly like put into a ball and stuff it in the bag and pull it out. It would look exactly like that. So here we have our Alice Jean in the denim color. She's wearing one of our cotton blouses from the season, which again is like a more everyday shape, but we also worked with tulle, which we did embroidery on, and then it has hand stitching at the seams. This shape is so beautiful. You can also wear it without the belt and it becomes like, you know, much more voluminous and can look really, really chic as well. I put pockets in absolutely everything, which, you know, I love. I think that not obviously just the practicality of it, but the whole attitude that you feel when you put your hands in your pockets. I've been told that my clothes make women feel very free, and that's like the highest compliment in the world. I think that brings like a little bit of that joy and that kind of escape, kind of that transportive feeling into just what can be a very pedestrian moment.